Hello everyone and welcome to your weekly dose of Jurassic World Dominion news. The marketing campaign is really starting to take off for Jurassic World Dominion, so I am very excited about the upcoming weeks. If you are too, then subscribe to the channel so we can hype out together. For this week, I can keep it short. Yesterday, a TV spot for the Winter Olympics launched featuring Rexy and Blue. This is not footage from the movie, but just using the dinosaurs as a marketing tool, kind of like the Jeep commercial that Jeff Goldblum did where a T-Rex chased him through the forest. Now, the clip is pretty cool. Get it? It's our first look at dinosaurs in the snow, and it's awesome to finally see dinosaurs in such a vastly different environment from what we're used to from the entirety of the franchise at this point. And we know that a snowy biome will make a prominent appearance in the movie. We just don't know yet which dinosaurs we can expect to pop up in the snow. The clip shows one of the Olympic skiers going down a slope and weaving through trees, and I do apologize to all the sports fans out there, but one, I'm not American, and two, I'm not into skiing, so I don't know and I don't particularly care who this is. I am here for the dinosaurs, okay? But go sports! The athlete is actually about to get hunted down by Blue, it looks like, until the T-Rex intervenes. Of course, it ends up with a classic shot of Rexy roaring. I've noticed comments from people about Rexy's appearance. She looks quite different and she's missing her scars. I wouldn't get too caught up in the speculation that this means there are going to be more Rexes which will be featured in the film. It's just a TV spot, and for casual viewers who are not as familiar with the franchise and what Rexy is supposed to look like, the scars might have been more confusing than anything. So, you know, we're not looking at any official footage over here, but it is cool. And it's the start of more to come. I think we can expect a lot more Dominion marketing to be woven into the marketing for the Olympics, and of course we have the Super Bowl in February. I say of course, but I had to look that up. Go sports! I do know that the Super Bowl commercials are prime real estate and the perfect time to get millions upon millions of eyes on your, let's say, trailer? It seems only logical that they would air the first Dominion trailer during the Super Bowl to guarantee maximum attention. It is very late to release the first trailer. The trailers for the previous movies were released about 8 months ahead of the movie's premiere, but shorter time frames between trailers and the movies actually coming out has been a bit of a trend in the movie industry, given the unpredictability of our current global circumstances, and studios want to give themselves the option to delay if needed to ensure a theatrical release, because that's where the money is. Speaking of money, Super Bowl ads are super pricey, and a 2-minute trailer would normally cost tens of millions of dollars, which might sound like a risky investment in the times of the pandemic, but that won't be an issue here since Universal and NBC, the network that airs the Super Bowl and sells the rights to ad time, share the same parent company. So essentially they can advertise Dominion for free on their own network during the biggest media event in the United States. The Super Bowl will be held on February 13, so mark your calendars for our first glimpse at characters and the plot and the excitement. Oh, and go sports! Now, speaking of the plot, we need to circle back to the Blue's baby theory. I discussed this in the last episode based on a Christmas card Colin Trevorrow shared on his Instagram, and it seems we can add more clues to support this theory. All credit to Best in Slot, I saw him cover this. I won't go into too much detail myself because I'm not really into the toy side of the franchise, but in short, there is a fabric pattern that includes Blue and a baby velociraptor similar to the Christmas card, and a tweet that was shared reveals a new toy coming out, which looks like what you would expect a toy baby Blue to look like, but instead of it being named Blue, it is named Beta. I always reject toys as evidence for movie plots, because toys are just there to sell as many toys as possible. We've gotten so many dinosaur toys in the past of species we hadn't seen on the big screen yet, and everyone thinks that means this dinosaur will be in the film, and that turned out not to be true. Specifically with regards to the recurrence of Spinosaurus and Dilophosaurus toys, they don't mean those dinosaurs will be in the movies, they just mean those toys are gonna sell. Of course, Dilophosaurus is confirmed to be coming back in Dominion this time around. A toy in and of itself I would never take to say anything too meaningful about a movie, let me be clear about that. But, in this case we have more than just the toy. We also have that Christmas card from Colin Trevorrow and that fabric image. So it's a little more substantial. That combined with the fact that I totally see this as believable fan service, I am more and more convinced that Blue will indeed have offspring. Either as a clone that was made in a lab completely separate from her but she ends up taking care of it, or as her actual offspring through parthenogenesis, and I apologize if I mispronounced that. Both make sense, honestly, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, but I might prefer the parthenogenesis route because it's a way for the movie to address how the dinosaurs can really take over the world, potentially. Natural breeding has to be a part of that for there to ever be a chance of there being enough dinosaurs to pose any sort of real threat to society as a whole. Also, Blue being cloned in a lab to produce this beta introduces a plot hole, namely, where did they get Blue's pure DNA? Because they stated in Fallen Kingdom that any blood samples taken from Blue would be contaminated due to the blood transfusion that she underwent to save her life. The scene makes it clear that they don't already have Blue's DNA, they can't get it, and they don't even try. They don't end up drawing blood or taking tissue samples because that's when the action already starts to happen. So that would be a bit of a head scratcher for me, but honestly, you know, I accept a certain amount of plot holes in my Jurassic movies. Anyway, the toy box art shows what appears to be the Malta backdrop, so that could be the point in the movie where it is introduced. It certainly feels quite purposeful as a background choice, but again, I hesitate to draw any conclusions from a toy and its packaging. I am very curious to see how this plays out and what this Velociraptor beta really is. At this point, I'm about 95% sure that Blue will have a baby in some capacity and that baby will be beta. Let me know in a comment what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more. I'll be doing a Jurassic World Evolution 2 livestream later today, so I hope you join and come hang out in chat. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the hype.